Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Monday morning. That's what it is.
Yes, it is.
You know that baseball season is not happening right now. It's off season for baseball. So
I knew that. And they're locked out too, right? Didn't the lockout, or it's going to happen or has happened? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
It could happen. I mean, it really technically has happened.
Yeah.
But if they could unlock before it affects anything.
Right.
But why do you have your Cubs shirt on? It's not baseball season.
What do you mean? What do you mean, why do I have my Cubs thing on? Why does it have to be baseball season for me to wear my Cubs shirt?
Well, I thought you'd wear a Bears shirt. I mean, it's football season.
I don't. I would rather wear my Cubs gear right now than the Bears stuff.
Well, as I remember, the Cubs didn't really have a great season either.
No, but their season is done, so now there's that excitement and anticipation for what may occur next season.
I see.
If next season happens.
Yeah, if it happens. Well, thanks for explaining that.
You bet. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for asking.
Sure. Hey, by the way, just a big thank you for all you did last week as a good neighbor. You evidently didn't take the cat's temperature.
No, I did not.
But
I did go check on it once, and it seemed okay.
He was all right.
Yeah. Okay.
He came out of it.
I was going to ask you. I feel terrible. I didn't ask you about that the minute. I was going to ask you about that the minute I walked in today, to make sure that the cat was doing okay. I did check on it. It seemed like it was doing cat things, so I figured it was okay.
Now, really, it all turned out fine. But,
all right.
As a neighbor, if let's say you didn't take its temperature, as we requested when we were going down the highway, and the cat didn't make it, maybe got really sick and didn't make it, well, then it could ruin our relationship as neighbors.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad nothing happened.
Well, you might think about that next time we call.
Okay. All right. I'll give that much more consideration next time.
Thank you.
I love the thought that there will be a next time. That really makes me feel great.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's what it's all
about. Take
about.
your cat's temperature again. Yeah.
And by the way, I heard Shelley, your wife, when she was in here.
Yes.
I did not say rectal. That word was not used in that conversation. Would you tell Shelley that?
I didn't think it was. And, we've already had a discussion about that.
I avoided saying that word.
I know. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Moving along.
Yes, moving right along.
Happy birthday goes out. Let's go back up a day here because there's an Aubrey.
Yes.
On this sheet from
I know her.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it the Aubrey we know and love?
It is. Yeah, it was her birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Aubrey. Stephen Bass, we know Steve.
Yes.
He had a birthday as well.
All right.
And Todd Miller had a birthday yesterday. Okay. Those are Sunday birthdays. Do you guys have a party?
No. We took care of the grandkids so that Aubrey could go celebrate her birthday with other people.
That's the way that works.
Yeah, that's where we are in our lives.
That's exactly the way that works. Every listener out there knows, I know how that goes.
Yes.
Today's birthdays, and we got quite a few. Dale Groom's having a birthday today. Stephanie Wright having a birthday today.
Yeah.
Lillian Fowler celebrating a birthday today. That's, of course, Steve's beautiful and lovely wife, who works at the grocery cart with Steve. Steve will not be in today. I'm assuming he's probably fixing her up a big bowl of Velveeta with a candle in it.
Oh, wow.
But
yeah,
it's up to Steve. It's just a recommendation. Andrew Ambries, of course, Andrew just moved to McCook to run a business there, a bakery. And he was with the Economic Development Group, directing that for a few years here. And he is 27 years young today, if you can believe that. Margie Cumston is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Margie, if you're listening. And let's see, who else? Oh, now you might not know who this is.
Okay.
Marita Gottschalk. Known to most in this area as Toots.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday. You know her. Casey's beautiful wife.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I wonder how she got that name. It's a cool name. Birthday today.
Okay.
Again, comparing our wonderful people here in central Nebraska with notables.
Okay. All right. Celebrity birthdays.
Yeah, kind of.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
It depends how you define celebrity.
Yeah. These are pretty good. Peter Buck is 65 today. He is the guitarist for the popular Hall of Fame 80s, 90s band REM. This one is very notable, although you might not think about it when I tell you who it is. Craig Newmark.
Don't know the name.
Huge.
Oh.
69 today. An entrepreneur with the internet. The computer programmer is best known as the founder of the online marketplace, Craigslist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stephen Wright, 66 today, comedian. You know him for his monotone voice and deadpan delivery.
Yes, very dry humor.
I didn't know he
I
won
like Stephen Wright.
He's stand-up comic. Also won an Oscar and 2 Emmy Awards, which I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Anyway,
For acting or writing?
I don't know.
Or something. Huh.
Lindsay Price is 45 today. She had roles in soap operas such as The Bold and Beautiful and All My Children. And she also played Janet on Beverly Hills 90210.
90210.
That's what it says, yeah.
All right, or 90210.
Yeah, whichever you want. However you want to say it.
You bet. Yeah.
What's so funny about that? It's numbers. You can read them however you want.
Yeah, exactly. You bet you can.
Is there a special way you're supposed to read them?
Well, no, not necessarily. It's just the show was Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, 90210.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe they could call, if they do, one of the things they're doing now is they're doing reboots of older shows.
Yeah.
Like maybe they could do a reboot of Beverly Hills 90210, but call it Beverly Hills 9210.
Yeah, and they could back it up with Les Miserables.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad day. We lost our longtime servant to the country, Bob Dole, passed away, senator and former presidential candidate. He actually ran for president 3 times. The nice thing about Bob Dole is he could compete and run for president and do it with class and not attack the people that he was running against or for that same office. He's a World War II vet, hero, 3-time presidential hopeful, served the country for 79 years. So flags should be at half-mast for this fine gentleman who we lost over the last few days. So those are some notable things this morning, Brent.
All right. Thank you.
My pleasure, good friend and neighbor. Want to do the school lunch menus?
Yes, we can. Sure. We'll start you at Broken Bow Middle School and High School today, where on this 6th day of December, they will be featuring pizza pasta bake with garlic breadstick, pork fritter sandwich, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and crispy chicken salad with roasted flatbread at Broken Bow today.
At Arcadia today, tater tot casserole.
All right. Callaway today serving a pork patty for lunch at Callaway.
Got to catch up our menus here a little bit. There's a little pause. That's what we're doing. I'm sure glad that cat made it. At Ansley, they're having ham and scalloped potatoes.
Sandhills Public School in Dunning, macaroni and cheese, ham patty, and rolls on the lunch menu at Sandhills School today.
December 6th on a Monday at Loop City Public Schools. For breakfast, they're having bagel with cream cheese. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. It's Rebelunza.
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 Yeah. It's a runza, but they kind of play out. They're called the Rebels.
Oh.
So they kind of play off that and call it a Rebelunza.
All right. Thank you very much. You knew that.
You're
didn't
welcome.
You?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Or a breaded beef sandwich at Loop City today.
All right.
That's because I seen your picture at the school. You graduated from there.
I did graduate from there. Proud alum of the class of '89. And Soma Myrna today. Pizza pasta bake with garlic breadstick, pork fritter sandwich, fresh baked ham and cheese sub at AM today.
At Arnold, hot dog on a bun and French fries. Oh, I haven't seen Blue-Eyed Becky for so long. I need a fix.
Oh, okay. COSAD today. They're featuring mini corn dogs, peanut butter and jelly sandwich with fresh garden salad, French fries, carrots, and fruit at COSAD today.
Sumner Edaville Miller grilled chicken. You see those T-shirts on my desk?
No, I didn't.
The SEM T-shirts we got for being a part of one of their promotions.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm thinking about just wearing them all the time. I love them.
Yeah. Sergeant today showing a burrito with lettuce, cheese, and salsa, peas or refried beans, fruit, and a disappearing brownie. That is on the menu today at Sergeant.
There's a lot of those around here, disappearing brownies.
I like to make a lot of brownies disappear.
As in other places, we assume if you have 12 brownies and you have a crew, the last brownie will sit there till it's like a brick. Nobody will eat the last one. I don't know why that is around here.
Really?
Oh, just watch. Joan throws something away about once a week that is just one left.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's weird.
I know. Eat it. Don't waste it. Go ahead and dig in next time, Brent.
Okay, thank you for your permission.
Thedford, spaghetti and meat sauce, green beans, and cheesy breadsticks at Thedford today. 13 degrees at 7 o'clock this morning, 12 when I walked over here.
Burr.
Cold.
At least the wind went down.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Man, that wind was blowing pretty strong at times yesterday.
I know. I was over there working in the garage and it would blow the door open and shut and open and shut.
Oh, well, you should have.
I kept thinking it was you coming over to help me.
You should have hollered at me. I'd have come over and held the door open for you.
No, I thought when it opened, I thought, oh, Brent's here to help me sweep out the garage.
Again, I say, I can't read your mind. If you need some help, give me a call.
I don't think you should have to ask for help from neighbors. They just usually help.
Well, yeah, when they know you need help.
Like I said, Ed and Vicky, I didn't have to ask them. They just come right over and help me.
Well, probably because they saw you needed help.
They saw me on a ladder with a chainsaw. They thought that wasn't such a good idea.
This is scary. We better go help Dave.
So Ed comes over. You know, when I see somebody on a ladder with a chainsaw, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Oh.
I was just going to go up a little ways.
Okay.
So he got on the ladder with the chainsaw because he's my neighbor.
Yeah.
He went ahead and did it.
Well, because he knew you needed help.
And he's got better balance than I do. He's younger, stronger, bigger, tougher guy.
Sure. Yeah, you won't get that with me.
Okay, want to play the game?
Sure. Let's do. A big day tomorrow. It was 80 years ago. 80 years ago. December 7, 1941. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, an event that resulted in the U.S. entering World War II. So we're going to test your knowledge of that day. Your question for today is, which day of the week did the Imperial Japanese Navy attack Pearl Harbor? So we know it was December 7th, but what day of the week was it? Was it on a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, or a Monday? What day of the week did the Imperial Japanese Navy attack Pearl Harbor? Was it on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And again, if you've won recently, let somebody else play this time around. 872-2801 is the number to call.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
Lights are up, trees are decorated, carols fill the air, and the giving season is here. Visit Bruning Bank's lobby between 8:30 and 4:30 to check out the giving tree and pick up an ornament with items listed for a family in need via Healing Hearts and Families. Donations are accepted now until December 17th. Bruning Bank would like to express their sincere gratitude for your business and wish you happy holidays and a successful 2022. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
7:47, and we have Peg on the line. Peg's calling in with a little history. I know that Peg played on Friday, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
Oh, I don't think I did I? Well, nobody knows anything. I'm full of history.
Well, tell us a little history here.
Well, I was born in January the 17th, 1942, and our parents worked for Boeing's aircraft out in Seattle building B-29s. And that happened on a Sunday, I believe.
Yes, it did.
Yep, that was it.
It was on a
I know
Sunday.
my grandpa was listening to the radio, and he heard it come over the radio. It was devastating.
I think one of the reasons that is a fairly easy question is because it was a Sunday, and according to history, everybody was kind of, out of. They were sleeping late and kind of casual, and that even made it worse because they just weren't even up doing their regular routine on that Sunday.
It was worked about 9/11.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
But there was a lot more people killed, a lot of more servicemen killed, I believe.
Well, it was an awful, awful day, just as 9/11 was. Two days in history that, people remember, like you have, what was going on or where you were that particular day. So,
And you know what Johnny's locker is?
No.
Oh, you're too young. That's when the men were buried at sea, and they always called it Johnny's locker.
Oh, no, I didn't know that phrase, but that's always...
Well, it's an old one. I can got a long span memory, but not a short one.
That happens.
And one more thing.
Yes.
Because I could remember my folks talking about it. They would hire, at Boeing's aircraft, little midgets that would climb up a ladder and get in the wing of the airplane to weld because they were the only ones that would fit.
Oh, my goodness. Well, and, of course, that's when a lot of ladies and women started working in World War II that had never worked before, like Rosie.
I think Mom was Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she worked one shift and my dad worked another, and they babysat on and off.
Oh,
you
man.
know.
Man. Yeah, those were different days. Good people, though, right?
The Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, a Company B.
Yeah, there you go.
That was a song. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't need to win anything.
Well, it's good to talk to you, neighbor.
Yeah, you too,
Yeah,
Brett.
neighbor. Yeah.
Neighbor. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Peg.
All right. Yep, she answered the question.
Yeah, Sunday.
But, even if you aren't a historian and you watched any documentation or even the movie, one of the more recent movies about Pearl Harbor, everybody was pretty well sleeping in, and they just weren't really on task that day, and it didn't help when they were surprised. So, Pearl Harbor, yeah. Coming up, This is the 6th. That's tomorrow. So,
Yep.
yeah. All right, Brent.
Yes, Dave.
It's 10 minutes before the hour.
Okay.
And at this time, normally, Steve would be here from the grocery cart.
He would be.
But he's unable to make it today. He's making his lovely wife, Lillian, a big bowl of Velveeta melted down with a candle or two in it. And we understand that. That's very, very understandable. So we'll just remind you that the grocery cart in Broken Bow is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Couple things here. When you see the parking lot full out front, that just means that there's a lot of people shopping, but there's a lot of room left in the store, and there's a lot of parking on the west side. So don't worry about that. What are the little signs they hang up all over the place?
Temporary price reduction, I believe, is what you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Always check those out when you're in the store, because those are unadvertised specials. And they're all over the store and all the different departments, and you can save some money. And, of course, the bonus plan that they have out there, to where you can either take the bonus points you earn by making purchases. You can use it for gas to help reduce the cost of the gas that goes into your automobiles. And Lord knows right now that could help.
Yes.
Yikes. Or you can use them on special items they have to purchase at no charge, depending on how many points you have. And always go by the meat department and check it out, because they have the high-quality cuts of beef, pork, chicken, and they have fish there as well.
Yeah.
Their produce department is wonderful. They take really good care of their produce. Rudy does a great job there. Frozen food department, second to none. Grocery cart in Broken Bow, don't forget about the deli. And again, they are looking for help at the grocery cart, in the deli, and all different areas of the store. Part-time positions, very flexible, and some even full-time positions in management. The grocery cart.
Yeah.
Home of Steve and Lillian Fowler, who are celebrating a birthday today in their family. And it's beautiful, by the way. It's just beautiful, Brent.
Good.
Are you following me on that?
I'm trying to.
The Crash Test Dummies, and it's beautiful. I like that little attitude on a Monday.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Super duper. Sublime. Encouraging.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wow.
All those words. So what do we have for sports this week?
A lot.
Well, I noticed the Lady Huskers are doing quite well. They're putting on a show.
They are, yeah. Played really well this weekend. Yeah. 2 sweeps.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. They play on Thursday night. I think 8:30 is when they serve it. So I'm guessing we'll try to broadcast it. We are going to do Broken Bow North Platte Wrestling Duel, which starts around 6 o'clock or so on Thursday. So we'll let you know where you can listen to both.
Okay.
Later in the week.
Is it true? I saw on a blog on Spacebook, on Skitter, that some of the Husker players are 35 years old. Is that true?
What?
Yeah.
You mean the volleyball?
Yeah.
team? Well, I don't think they're 35 yet. But, yeah, there's a few that have been in the program for quite a while. Yeah. They got that COVID gave everybody like an extra year of eligibility.
Yeah.
So those who decided to come back for, say, a 6th year, they call them super seniors.
Super seniors, but they're not 35. That was incorrect.
I don't think they're 35 yet.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
All right.
But we got basketball tomorrow night. We're going to go to Myrna, and we'll have Anselmo Myrna against Arcadia Loop City. Girls game tipping at 6, boys game to follow. And then, as we mentioned, we'll do high school wrestling, Broken Bow against North Platte in a duel at the Broken Bow High School gym. We'll have that on the air for you Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to travel to Minden, and we'll cover Broken Bow girls and boys basketball for you at Minden on Friday with girls game tipping at 6, boys game to follow.
All right, lots of sports. Speaking of older players,
yes,
the Huskers quarterback Adrian
Martinez, yes.
Is he portaling out?
Yes, he's transferring. Yeah, he has an extra year of eligibility as well. So he's entering the transfer portal as a graduate senior, I think is how they're terming it.
Will he try to play football?
Yeah. I think he wants to play football one more season somewhere.
Doesn't want to play here?
No, apparently not. Since he's transferring out, no.
Thanks, Brent.
Yeah, you bet.
I just thought that was kind of a head scratcher when you think all that he's been through, here, and maybe they had a talk and thought it would be best for everybody.
Well, you know what? Welcome to college football.
Yeah.
That's the landscape now. I mean, years ago, all of this stuff would have been considered very abnormal.
Yeah.
Now it's not. It's normal. So
should they have not, two things, legalize gambling for sports and open up the portals?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, it's changing college athletics. The way kids transfer in and out of schools, it's changing things. And now, not only because when you would think about recruiting, you would think about recruiting kids coming out of high school, right?
Sure.
Now, I mean, let's face it, teams are shopping the portal, as you say.
It's kind of like Star Trek. You just beam them in.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy at what it's turned into. I don't know. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know, but it's a real thing, and so it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Well, and you throw in the fact that if they're doing well, then they can sell their image.
Correct. Yes.
So it even puts more of a, I don't know if pressure is the word, but an opportunity to make some cash. Mm-hmm. If you're not doing well, then you might do well somewhere else, you think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But Adrian gave plenty of his time to the University of Nebraska, so I hope he finds success and does well wherever he might end up.
I second that.
As long as it's not another Big Ten team and then he has his best game of his life against us.
That would be very gratifying on his part.
Maybe. I don't know.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBVN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The first batch of travelers subject to new Omicron-prompted travel restrictions have begun arriving at airports from abroad. John Rohn at Seattle's SeaTech.
I've never been too worried about it one way or the other. But, if that's what the rules are, that's what the rules are. And, as long as we can shorten the time span, then I think that's a good thing.
You may spread COVID at a greater rate depending on your gender. CBS's Vicki Barker.
Colorado State University researchers discovered that men are more likely to spread COVID particles than women and children for the simple reason that their lungs are bigger.
Former NSA contractor Reality Winner has given her first post-prison interview to CBS's 60 Minutes about why she leaked classified documents on Russian interference during the 2016 presidential campaign.
I knew it was secret, but I also knew that I had pledged service to the American people. And at that point in time, it felt like they were being led astray.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Omaha police have identified a shooting suspect from Thursday night. They say Robert Pierce shot and wounded a 30-year-old man in the area of 45th and Ruggles about 5 p.m. The victim appeared to have a non-life-threatening injury. Officers were made aware of the incident when they were flagged down in the area. They also found a 20-year-old woman who had been bitten by a dog during the incident. Officers later located Pierce, 22 years old, and made the arrest. 6 Nebraskans are infected with the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. Public Health Solutions District Health Department announced Friday last week that health officials detected the variant among residents of its district, which include Gage, Fillmore, Jefferson, Saline, and Thayer counties in southeast Nebraska. The Omicron variant is the latest strain of the coronavirus to generate concern among world health leaders. Officials worry it could be more infectious than previous strains. It was first classified as a new variant by the World Health Organization on November 26th. It was first detected in the United States and California on Wednesday and was reported in New York, Minnesota, Colorado, and Hawaii on Thursday. PHS says the first Nebraska case was likely exposed during a travel to Nigeria. The person returned on November 23rd and became symptomatic on November 24th. PHS says the 5 other cases were likely exposed through household contact with the first case. One of the 6 people were vaccinated and none have been required to be hospitalized. In a news release, DHHS acting state epidemiologist Dr. Matthew Donahoe encouraged Nebraskans to get vaccinated. He said, quote, "The identification of Omicron reinforces the urgency for Nebraskans to get vaccinated. The more Nebraskans are vaccinated, the less opportunity new SARS-CoV-2 variants will have a chance to take hold in the state." Officials say the patient sought testing after showing symptoms and alerted PHS to their travel history. PHS coordinated testing for sequencing to identify the variant through the Nebraska Public Health Laboratory.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In college football's final playoff rankings, Alabama is 1, Michigan 2, Georgia 3, and Cincinnati is at 4. Checking Sunday's action from Week 13 in the NFL, Sunday night, the Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-9. Kansas City is 8-4. They've won 5 in a row. Cardinals knock off the Bears 33-22. Arizona's 10-2, 7-0 on the road, and they're the 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. The Ravens were knocked out of the top seed in the AFC playoff picture, falling to the Steelers 20-19. Baltimore now 8-4. They're the 3 seed. Chargers beat the Bengals 41-22. Both teams are 7-5. Seahawks over the 49ers 30-23. Washington football team won its 4th straight, beating the Raiders in Las Vegas 17-15. Buccaneers are 9-3 after beating the Falcons 30-17. Rams over the Jaguars 37-7. LA is 8-4. Colts shut out the Texans 31-0. Eagles beat the Jets 33-18. Dolphins won their 5th in a row down to the Giants 20-9. And the Lions, with a touchdown on the final play of the game, get their first win of the season, beating the Vikings 29-27.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. For today, look for partly sunny skies, high temperatures working up into the lower 30s. We'll have our winds becoming lighter from the northwest. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 19. For your Tuesday, sunshine making a return, we're back up to a high of 42. And then much milder Wednesday in the mid-50s. Thursday, still sunny and dry, up to 52. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Well, I believe this is the first time that we've been in single digits so far this fall-winter season. It's 9 degrees under a clear sky. As the skies have cleared, the temperature has continued to drop. It was 16 degrees at 6 a.m., 13 at 7, and now 9 degrees. Good news is winds are not a factor so far. Barometric pressure's at 30 and leveled off there. Humidity at 74%. High yesterday was 50. That was at noon, and then the winds picked up and it cooled off throughout the afternoon. So we have a high of 50, an overnight low of 13, although we're at 9 currently. Sunset today at 5:09, and you'll hear that number for quite a while now. We're going to be on 5:09 for several days for sunset. Sunrise tomorrow at 7:51. No measurable precipitation out there. It's very, very dry. Please be very, very careful. We have Jess McCaslin with us from the Broken Bow Rotary. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Nice Monday smile on your face.
I try really hard. I got the kids out of the house on time. So
on a Monday, that's pretty good.
Yes, right?
And you had to wait on a few trains, and here you are.
Yeah, Brent said it's teaching me patience. So we'll call that my midlife crisis, learning patience.
I hope that's all you ever have to deal with. So you have quite a bit of things you want to cover here. Let's backtrack a little bit to start with and talk about a very important event that was held here a few weeks ago now, right?
A month ago.
Wow, no kidding.
Oh, well, 3 weeks. Okay,
yeah.
3 weeks. Yeah, so we had the trafficking education trailer come into Broken Bow, and it was great. I mean, I attended the sessions as a volunteer working with the kids and things like that. We served almost 1,000 kids in the Custer County area. And we have invites, I think, to 5 different schools. We won't be able to bring the trailer to them because it went home to Colorado. But it's still one of those things where we're going to go in and be able to educate these kids at these schools. And so that's really, really nice to be able to do that. But again, over 1,000 kids served. Some of the comments we heard with these kids, some of them, of course, were like trying to brush it off. Hey there, this is nothing. And other kids would be like, no, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Should I say that? But they're like, no, this is serious. We got to take this seriously and watch out for each other. And so it was really good to hear some of those comments from the kids because, they are understanding the severity of it, I think.
Good. Well, what a wonderful sidebar on this. You had the entire unit here and everything unfolded, and now you're going to have residual effect following that then at the schools.
Yep, at the schools. And of course, a lot of the public came. We had great attendance, especially at our noon meeting that Wednesday. It was packed in the municipal building. It was great to see that many people there caring about their children, grandchildren, and just neighborhood kids. Mm-hmm. And so that was really good to see. And the city, of course, sent all their employees and had their own trainings with it. And so we're aware now here in Broken Bow. We kind of know what to watch for, and it's just a matter of keeping our eyes open and working with everybody in town.
Well, schools and with the city, you have the parks and the library and internet use there, and there's a lot of different areas that probably could be honed up just a little bit to be aware and watchful, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we could always do more. Our fast food restaurants, things like that, gas stations, these are where people stop as they're driving through. And so the hotels, I believe, sent a few people as well. So they're kind of trained in what to watch for. And so it was a great event.
Good.
We served a lot of people and got the education and awareness out there. So
that was your goal, and you reached it.
Definitely the goal. Definitely the goal. But it was a good event.
Good. Well, thanks for doing that. I know that there was a lot of hours of preparation put in there, so we appreciate it.
That was all Deb. I tell you what, that as they said with the trailer, that woman never stops.
Well, she never has.
Right? And so they're like, wow, she had us booked and she had us down to the minute. So
Good. Well, thank you for the Rotary and, of course, Deb and the people who participated. It wouldn't work if nobody was paying attention, right?
Right. And it was, again, I want to thank the kids too, because they really took it seriously, and that's what we were hoping for, because they're the ones that we wanted to educate. And so I think every school brought 6th grade through 12th, and so that's pretty amazing. So, and thank you to the schools for their support and busing kids over. I mean, they were busing kids like every half hour from the out of town schools. That's a lot of driving.
It's a lot of organization and getting the kids, and let's face it, that's a monumental accomplishment there, is getting all the schools involved at the same time, because they all have so many different things going on.
Yes, and that's where we just, a few schools couldn't come because of their sporting or fine arts events, and so that's why we will be heading out to speak to them once we get that arranged.
Great. All right. So. What else you have up your Rotary sleeves?
Right. Well, I'll just do real quick. Mid-November, we had Maggie Malone speak, and she was the Olympic javelin thrower, or is an two-time Olympic javelin thrower, and she gave a presentation to us called 5 to Thrive, which is her experiences in sports and how it helps in life. And it was an amazing presentation. We had a few school principals or staff jump on as well. And we're hoping we can bring her in as a speaker, because it was so good. And we're old fogies, the 40-year-olds and above. and it was very relevant even to us now. But it's definitely geared towards like the junior high and high school age. And so we're excited maybe to be able to bring her in a couple years. We asked her to come next spring, and she's like, spring is kind of track season.
Oh, yeah.
And so she'll be prepping for another European tour. And so we're like, okay, we'll look at earlier another year. And so it was fun to be able to talk to her and catch up. We had a great time visiting the Click Clinic, and chatting with their staff there. Another tie-in, they were doctors from my hometown for 10 years. And so they knew me, and they knew Maggie and both of our families. So, it's a small world out there.
It really is.
And that's what Rotary, we want to bring it around too. Service above self, because it is a small world. So as we're bringing in our world here, this Saturday, we have the Children's Christmas Fund gift distribution, I guess you could call it. And so that's what we're going to be doing. You thought we'd slow down, right, after all those big events?
No way.
No. And so this Saturday, we will be at the fairgrounds from 9 to 11:30 a.m., about 2.5 hours fitted in there, for the people who are a little less fortunate or in just tough situations right now. And we will be distributing food and gifts. They did have to sign up ahead of time. And so, again, that's December 11th from 9 to 11:30 a.m. We will be doing it the way we did it last year with COVID, because it worked out great.
It was a good system.
It was a great system. It was a drive-through. You don't even have to leave your car. So nobody got cram-packed into the building. There was no, traffic. I mean, you had to wait in your car, but there's no traffic jam inside the building. No wrestling for gifts or anything like that. And so you'll just drive in, follow the traffic signs. We'll be out there directing you which way to go. Otherwise, follow traffic, because sometimes it does get backed up. But we'll be out there, and we'll bring the gift right to your car. We load it right in for you. You never even have to get out of your vehicle.
Works great. I'm going to ask you an unfair question. I wonder how long this has been going on, because it's always been centered in and around the newspaper, as I remember, clear back. Man, as long as anybody can remember,
Can I just say forever?
Almost, yeah.
I moved here in 2006, and I think it was going then. So
I think I remember it in the 1970s.
Okay, well, you got me there. I wasn't born yet, Dave.
Geez, I know. I was afraid you were going to say that. Well, I worked there in the 70s, and I think it was going on then. And it's just always been a steady provider of just that very a group of people you're talking about that have hit some rough times, or maybe a single parent who isn't able to work. I mean, there's all kinds of scenarios where somebody could use, a little Christmas hand there.
Yes, and we've had great stories coming from it, like people who now contribute to the Christmas fund who have stories of like, it helped me that one year. I couldn't pay electric bills or whatever it happened to be, because the Christmas fund doesn't just do Christmas. And so they're a year-round organization. Their big event is Christmas. But they've helped with so many different things, and so people now, we get letters that say, you helped me back in this year. Here, please take this. I have extra, or I'm now in a position where I can donate to it, and so it is funded completely by donations. And I think we have one burger bash that Grocery Cart holds for us and helps us out with in the summer. But otherwise, it's all donations, and people can definitely still make contributions. You just pop in a check to the foundation and earmark it Children's Christmas Fund, and they will take care of that for us. So it's a great organization. Like I said, they've been around forever. So
what time does that start again?
So 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
Okay. All right. That's this weekend on?
This weekend on Saturday. December 11th. Yep. And you don't have to come earlier. Your food and gifts will be there. They're all bagged up for you. And don't come later, because it's going to be, I think, cold. I'll be outside.
Well, it's going to warm up a little during the week. I don't know about the weekend, so yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know about 9 a.m. either. Well, as long as it's not windy. Predict no wind for me, okay?
Well, we'll try. Well, that's a great event, too. We appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and it seems like it's the end of the year and we're going, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We are slowing down, but no, we're not. So we'll be out at that 4-H building, both cold and drinking hot chocolate, and you can recommend a family if you need to still, or if you are a family that thinks I need this, you can still do that.
Okay.
And so there are sheets on Facebook. Look up Children's Christmas Fund on Facebook. Super easy to find. I did it this morning. And there's sheets on there that you can download, print, fill out, and you can just drop them off, like you said, at the chief, at the Custer County chief, or pop them in the mail to the chief, and we will do what we can for you.
All right.
So.
Well, what a year the Rotary's had when you look back, right?
It's been quite the year. We are really excited. We've got one, other than the Children's Christmas Fund, I guess we do have the raffle left, and we will be doing the drawing this Wednesday for our quarter beef and wine basket raffle. And so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It's a little different. Last year we started the quarter beef because there was no football games.
Right.
And it went so well that we decided to do it again. But of course, this is beef country. And so a lot of people have their own beef or have it reserved. And so we added a wine basket. And so every Rotary member will be donating a bottle of wine. And so the winner of the wine basket is going to get 25 to 30 bottles of wine.
Wow.
You better get a rack.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't like it, there'll be a mix of reds and sweets, I'm sure. Re-gift it to a good friend.
There you go. I could take care of your Christmas shopping.
Yeah,
right?
There you go.
Yeah. So we're excited for that, because it's been a lot of fun, and of course everybody who supports us with that, thank you very much.
All right, Jess. Before we close, I know usually we add the fact that you're always looking for new membership.
Always, yes. We like new blood, so to say.
Yeah, gotta have it.
That's right. And we're family oriented. My kids come to meetings. We do evening events the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday, except here in December. We meet at the library over in the noon hour. And the second Wednesday, which will be like this week, we are meeting at Prairie Grounds. Is that still what it's called? Sorry, my mind went blank there for a minute. But we're meeting there at 7 a.m., so it's an early morning meeting for those who can't make the noon but can usually do early mornings. We're doing that. And then the fourth Wednesday, again, except for December here, we usually have a get-together of some sort. We go tour a place and get together for dinner or things like that afterwards. Whether it's at, we've done the brewery, like we did for polio.
Right.
We had to tour that before we did the polio event. Just try it all out.
Yeah.
And things like that. But we do things at our members' houses, homes, when they invite us out there and or if they're close to a place that we go to tour, they'll invite us over afterwards. And so it's a lot of fun. And we have had several new members join, and they're surprised, I think, at how much we do, first of all.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, wow, I mean, I can bring my family. I can, bring whomever I want along. And so it's
fairly casual then.
Yes.
But productive.
Yes, very, very productive. And again, it's service above self. We want to get out there and help others. So we will be taking on some international things, I believe, in the coming year.
We'll look forward to hearing about that.
Sounds great.
Jess McCaslin, our guest with the Broken Bow Rotary. She is the president right now.
Yes.
And I don't know, how much longer will that?
Until July. So I'm only halfway through. I don't know if they give me maternity leave for Rotary or not.
My guess is you don't get maternity leave in Rotary.
We'll see.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out. We'll continue. We have more guests coming in.
Did you know that Off-Broadway in Broken Bow has apartment openings? And did you know that they have 5 different styles of apartments? That means it's easy to find one that fits what you need. Plus, you can move into Off-Broadway almost immediately. If you or a loved one are not sure if senior living is for you, talk to your friends at Off-Broadway and they'll show you the many options you have to choose from. At Off-Broadway, they serve 3 home-cooked meals a day, have numerous daily activities, transportation, and much more. Ask about their specials going on right now at Off-Broadway in Broken Bow.
Imagine this. You go to your mailbox only to find a check for big bucks. You're thinking, hey, this could be my lucky day. Well, if you get a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, it's probably not your lucky day. In fact, you're probably about to be the next victim of a scam. Did you know that scammers may not initially ask you for money, but instead they give you money? Asking you to deposit funds into your account is the first step of many financial scams. At Nebraska State Bank, we're here to help and protect when someone is trying to make you their next scam victim. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
This is CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Do you want to be a hero for the holidays? How about getting your loved one a new iPhone? That's right. Pure Talk has iPhone 12 starting at just $479 through the end of the year. And sure, they have 13s too. Switch to Pure Talk. Great nationwide 5G coverage. Yes, the same coverage as the big guys, but the average family saves over $800 a year. Now that's just smart. There's no need to overpay for Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Plus, with Pure Talk's 30-day risk-free guarantee, you've got nothing to lose. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. And like I said, the iPhone 12, just $479. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Jill50, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Plus, save on a new phone. That's pound 250, say Jill50. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless. Some restrictions apply. See site for details.
And action! It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
It is 8:24. Good to have you folks along here on this Monday morning as our guests roll into the studio. It always makes it fun. And we have Keith Ellis with us from the Custer County Economic Development Corporation. He heads that up. And Keith, good to see you again.
Good morning. Great day.
Great day. Can you believe, I know your life's been a little bit in transition, coming here and taking on this new position, coming back to familiar territory for sure.
But yeah.
Can you believe that we're looking at the end of 2021?
I know. I was just talking about that out front here. That this year's just gone so crazy fast that, especially the last few months, it's just, I can't even believe we're almost mid-December and gonna close this year down pretty soon. So
yeah, it's even with all the different peaks and valleys the last couple of years. The time still rolls by whether we're having a good time or not.
Yeah,
right?
man, that's a good point. Better be on the good time side than not.
Yes, it is. And we are, all in all, here in the Midwest, pretty good circumstances. One of the big challenges of today across the country and here in this area is workers, and we can talk about that in just a little bit, because it kind of correlates with having housing in the community or communities in Custer County for people to come and live if they do want to come and work here. So start there if you would.
Okay, well, you just go from the premise that you can't bring people to town if you don't have a place for them to live. So let's just start with that premise. And so, the Custer Economic Development Corporation has initiated, and this was back in 19, the first that I'm aware of, the first housing grant for new construction housing. And I know there was a project up in Indian Hills before that, so I'll put that in there. But we're working on the second of 3 homes on that particular grant, and it's gone really well. We have the second home is ready now, and we're having an open house for that on Thursday from 5 to 7, December 9th, and Sunday, December 12th from 3 to 6. And it is at 608 Hillcrest Drive. It's a great, beautiful home. It's a 3-bedroom home, 2-bath. It's an open design layout, and the second bathroom is in the master suite. So,
okay.
Though it's got a full basement, although it's not complete, but it's a full basement. It's a beautiful yard. It's been seeded and ready to go for the spring, and a 2-car garage. It's a great home for a couple coming into town that just wants to settle. It's a brand new construction. You can't beat it. So
yeah, the open part of what you discussed is the thing right now. When you go to a lot of new homes, the kitchen and living room's all kind of one big place. And I have some relatives we went and visited at Thanksgiving, and their place is that way. It's really cool because you can visit and talk while things are being whipped up in the kitchen and you're not in a separate room. I can see why it's so popular, but that's kind of the way they're building them these days.
Well, it is, and when you really think about it, when you go to people's homes, and a lot of times you congregate in the kitchen.
Almost always.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
And so this way you have that open kind of layout where you can be in the kitchen and in the living room, all in one area. So it's kind of a nice setup, and they did a beautiful job on the colors and design of it, and we just want people to come and see it and see if it has a fit, or to see it and then talk to someone that might be looking. And so it's with this particular grant, it's from the state and federal government funds, and so there are some income qualifications that go with it, as well as the opportunity for some down payment assistance. So just roughly income for one person is about $57,000. 2-person income for that home would be roughly around 65, and then the 3-person income or 3-person income would be, I think it's around 75, roughly. We'll have information up there at the
open house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but it's a great chance for a couple to maybe move up in a home, certainly, and
we'll have ownership.
Build equity. You're still building equity and doing a great job, because you do have a loan of about first loan of about $188,000 or so, and then you have the down payment assistance to
help.
back, which there's some incentive on that. You actually only end up having to pay half of that down payment back.
Oh, really? So that's a deal.
Yeah. It's a real nice deal. So we're really excited about it, and then we're just have a meeting today to start working on the 3rd home of that grant, and getting the lot set up and get things going on the 3rd home. And then we're also starting to work on purchasing a lot for the new grant that we have, the $400,000 grant that we just received about maybe 2 months ago now. And so we're working on purchasing a lot, and we'll get started working on that particular project.
Plenty to going on. The third home, is that in the Hillcrest area as well?
Well, it is. That's the lot is in the Hillcrest right now.
Okay.
But it's going to take a different layout than the first two, and so we would have to go back to the state and get some approvals. So we're actually looking at a different option, maybe of finding a lot that would fit that design, the existing design. And so that's what we're working on today, is to finish getting some things done to get that done. So, but we got to get started on that home. So the grant expires next spring or just early summer. So
you got to roll.
But we can get an extension if we're doing our due diligence. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith, do those homes have appliances?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're furnished all brand new, beautiful, modern colors. You know, the steel.
Yeah, the grays and all that.
The grays. Yeah.
Well, and I know that it would be in some ways great to have the basement finished, but that would escalate the cost. And then the other part of that is down the road, then you're able to put it together how you want it downstairs. Maybe you want a family room. Maybe you want to add extra bedrooms, another shower. And I mean, it gives you all those options too. So
yeah, that's a great point. And but the main thing is the price. It keeps the price down where because the whole goal is affordability with this project. And so, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, us older guys, $180,000 is still in our minds a lot of money. In today's world, not so much.
Not so much.
So
it's a starter.
Yeah, really. So again, that is on Thursday of this week from 5 till 7, correct? And then you're going to do it again on December 12th,
which is a Sunday.
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark that down, folks.
And just come and see the house. That's spread the word.
Yep. Yeah, take a look. Might inspire you to upgrade or downsize or whatever. So also, let's hook the two back up then. You mentioned it. You know better than anybody with your background. You got to have, a workforce that can be productive in a community. Got to have the housing. What are we going to do about this work situation we have?
Well, I guess you begin with the looking at numbers, and so anywhere you go, most communities are really low in their unemployment rates, and it's really difficult to find people. And so what, besides what you would see, just your normal traffic coming in to a community or people moving from career to career, we're working with, and there's been some great work already done in the workforce development and marketing area, and there are basically 3 different areas that we need to work for getting people into a feeder system into our employment base here. And the first one is with our high schools and our community college, and where there is a great initiative going on right now to get students that aren't going to go off to a 4-year college, or maybe in a year or two they're going to go off to a 2-year and get some skills. But what we're trying to do is to get those young people that don't have, or at least they're not taking the option of doing that step. So what they're going to do is go right into the workforce, right? So what we want to do is develop skills for those people to get into the workforce immediately upon graduation. And so the way you do that is you work with the schools and the community college. You get them training as they're going through their last year or two of high school. They get that base level of skills, and work with the employers in the community to get those people into those businesses and getting them exposed to that kind of skill and the understanding of you can make a great living in the skills world. And so a wonderful opportunity for people, and they need to be more aware of it. Their parents need to be more aware of the opportunities that are there for these young people. And so that's the first step. And there's been an initiative already started before I got here. And so I think that's going to get off the runway now pretty quick. The second level is the I'll just call it the 30-something age. The marketing, when we identify, and the experience is when you have people who have rural roots, either they're from this area or from a rural area, they understand the culture. They understand the the work ethic and what's really important in the mind of a community and the employers. And so we're going to market to 30-somethings that have graduated. We're going to work with the alumni where we can to do some marketing and try to attract 30-something young families back home. And so we're going to be working on that, trying to get, the scenario really is let's just look at someone that they're 35 years old, they've got 2 young kids, and they live in Denver. And they go, well, I don't really know if I want to raise my kids into their teens in Denver, let's just say. So we're gonna try and plant that seed in their mind, come back home, let grandpa and grandma see their kids and babysit and do all those things that are part of the culture of living in a rural community. And then plant that seeds and market that so that when they make a decision on a career, they make a career step back home. And then find and develop those types of jobs, technology, and whatnot that they can step right into. But, there's both, and my kids, my oldest son and his wife, they work from home, and they work for huge companies. And so the world out there has changed so much. There's a lot of people, we used to call them lone eagles, where they, where they would actually work from remote. And so
that's kind of been expanded with COVID. People don't think too much about it now when people are doing business from their house.
Yeah.
And there was always the cottage industries and those sorts of things earlier. But yeah, I'm glad you bring that up with the 30s, because every once in a while we've seen here, Keith, over the years, a wave of 30-year-olds that have done just what you're talking about. You know what? We're going to come back and raise our kids. Right. And you see that wave in each of the communities at different times. Broken Bow's had that. I remember you see a lot of Ansley, Callaway, Sargent. There's just every once in a while you'll see a wave of that age group. You'd like to make that a bigger wave and expand that a little bit. But boy, oh boy, if you watch those people who come back and people who move in that have never lived here before and embrace this way of life, pretty soon you're watching them be community leaders.
Absolutely.
I think Chris Smith is a good example. Yep. He's going to be, I think he's coming up as president of the Economic Development Group. Yep. Grew up here, was away, came back, and contribute.
Well, that's the same with the young people that just graduate from high school. When you think about it, after a period of years, they evolve into community leaders. They're on the city councils, the school boards, all of the different important parts of decision making within the community. And so you can't ever take a look at a young person and not know their potential, because once they get planted in that community and they're doing really well, they're making good money, they start a family here, all of those things, it happens.
Yeah, it sure does. And I'm glad you're kind of concentrating on that, because that's really the shot in the arm that communities need, is that age group to come back and become part of those leadership roles for 20 years or so. It's a really a heartbeat of the communities. So,
and the third area is the senior citizens that want to come back home. I did. I had a lot of people that you hear about that come back, and I've got a classmate that's coming back to the area, not to Broken Bow, but to the area, and so you see that as well. They're great people for working in the part-time slots, or maybe they're in their 50s or whatnot. And the amazing part of this area is the diversity of the skill and labor that we need. You have chemists, microbiologists, you have all of that business administration level in many different businesses in the area, and then you have all of that skill and all of that level. It's just amazing what we have in our diversity of our workforce here and the needs of our workforce. And so it always continually tries to evolve itself, and you have to market yourself differently as it evolves. And so that's what we're trying to do. It's not a short-term project. This is a long-term project. You plant the seed. It's kind of like tourism. You plant the seed. Maybe they're not going to come through the area this year, but maybe next year they will, that kind of a thing. And so
if a few of them do, they come back and bring people with them, and it's
right.
a slow grow, but you see it in a lot of places.
Yeah, and I guess the one thing that people will hear from me a lot is we always have to ask ourselves, are we doing enough? Are we doing enough? And we've got to do one more thing. It's got to be, and so that's kind of where we're at with the Custer Economic Development Corporation is ask that question: are we doing enough?
Well, one of the things that kind of should, I think, with the jobs out there that are available in ag industry here, you got Sergeant Pipe, Sergeant Irrigation,
Yeah.
you got BD, you have the ag producers, the animal feeding projects that are going on. There's a wide array of different needs in those businesses that we don't even understand and know about, as you say. But right now, the jobs that used to pay $6 and $7 an hour are, 12 to 15, and with the demand, that's probably going to stay or grow. So even part-time positions can be worthwhile.
Well, and when you think about it, in today's world, especially with the numbers we have now, someone that starts in that $12 to $15 range, they can move up really quickly because of the labor force needs that we have. So you get someone that's got some aspirations to really move up, they have every opportunity in the world in this area to do that. It's not just start at that $12 to $15 range and you don't get anywhere. You can move up in this area really quickly.
Well, thanks for coming in. I do have a question for you. Do you have a cat?
I do have a cat.
Does he ever take sick and get a fever or anything like that?
No.
Oh, good. All right, because I got to tell you, I would have recommended that you call Brent if your cat has a fever, but he won't take their temperature. I don't know.
Well, you can tell from a cat's eyes if they're feeling good or
That's
bad.
what I told him the other day. I actually told him on the phone.
Well, then why was it such a necessity to take the temperature then?
Well, you have to verify.
I went over and looked at your cat. The eyes looked fine. He's doing okay.
I
was
told
doing
him the
cat things.
Cat's eyes look like someone who partied back in '68.
Or last weekend.
Or last weekend. Oh, boy. So you getting along all right here? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's great. I'm loving it.
Good.
Every day is a great day.
Good. Well, come back and see us, all right?
I will. Thank you. Thanks for your
time
and appreciate the opportunity to tell our story.
And if you ever need extra, other than your scheduled visits, just call. We'll get you up. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. All right, Keith Ellis, he is heads up the Custer County Economic Development Corporation. If you have any questions, give him a call. He'll take care of you.
Gift-giving season is in full swing, and they're ready to help at Bow Bootery. Whether you're shopping for someone on your list or for yourself, right now they have marked 25% off socks, tights, and leggings, Sabona magnetic bracelets, and leather purses and wallets. They have lots of great gift ideas and stocking stuffers. Don't forget they offer free gift wrapping and are Wrap It Up sponsors too. And gift certificates are always the perfect fit. Bow Bootery, east side of the square in Broken Bow.
The Secret Garden has extended shopping hours for you. Up until Christmas Eve, shop with them Monday to Friday 11:30 to 4:30, Saturday 8:30 till 4:30, and Sunday from 1 until 4. Right now, save on antiques, which are 20% off. Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light unto my path. Psalm 119, verse 105. The Secret Garden, located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
It's hard to believe it's time for Medicare open enrollment already. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Open enrollment for Medicare plans starts October 15th and runs through December 7th. It's very important to review your current health and prescription coverage each year. The TV advertising and phone calls can get overwhelming. Let me help. Give me a call at 308-836-2201 or stop into the office in Callaway at 115 East Kimball Street or in Broken Bow at 914 South D to schedule an appointment today.
All right, we're having a lot of fun here on this Monday. Lots of good guests coming in, and we continue with that role here today as we have now 3 seats full here in the studio, and actually 4 with Brent. I got to ask you a question, young man. Do you like the Cubs at all?
I don't think that I should comment on this.
Well, wow.
Don't want to offend people. Don't want to.
It's all right.
Offend other people.
Wow, that's a good answer. There should be more people like you. We all get along a lot better. So let's just ask you all to introduce yourselves here. We'll start with you.
Yep, I'm Gage Waterhouse.
Gage, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
All right, let's go to the other corner.
All right, my name is Chad Schmidt.
Chad, we know each other.
Yes, we do.
And who's this lovely lady beside you?
This is my mother, Rachel Schmidt.
We know each other too,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes, we do.
Okay, all right. Now we're going to talk about holiday notes. And it's been a couple years ago, but my mother and I took the show in. Fabulous.
Yes, it's a really good night
It's
of music.
great. Yeah. You know, there's Christmas music and then there's Christmas music. I mean, it's okay when everybody gets together and sings carols, but boy, when you add instruments and all the different things that you have at your disposal for tools to put on the holiday notes, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, Gage, what are you involved in? What do you want to kind of highlight?
Well, I'm a senior, so I'm in a lot of things, doing some fun duets and stuff this year. One I'm really excited for is with my brother. Him and I are doing a duet. We're doing What Child Is This? So we're doing all the music and all the vocals and all that for this. And then one that's going to be really fun is me, Mr. Molman, Chad, and my brother are doing Chuck Berry's
Run, Run, Rudolph.
Yep.
We're getting a little modified ambition going on here. While a couple of our members are off at college, we figured we'd still put a band together and have some fun and rock the house.
Bringing back that fun summer stuff we did.
Oh,
so,
boy.
yeah.
Oh, boy. So it's going to have a little rock side to a little edge to it.
Yep.
That would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So good luck with that. It's going to be fun. Now, Brent, what are you going to do at the holiday notes?
Probably enjoy it and stay quiet, which I'm guessing is what everybody would like for me to do. Although it's really hard because when people start singing, I want to sing too. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is a problem with you.
Yeah,
I
I
will
know.
say that.
Chad, you said Run, Run, Rudolph. You're going to be involved in that. What else are you going to be involved in?
I'm gonna do a guitar solo of Jingle Bell Rock. So just fun little jazzy version of Jingle Bell Rock. It'll be really fun. Something I've been working on a little bit. So that'll be really fun.
Boy, Chad, I got to ask you this question on that because Christmas music, for some reason, when you have guitars involved in it and rock, a lot of times they tend to go with how do I want to put it, a bigger sound to the guitar, you know?
Yeah.
Is that what you're shooting for, kind of that?
Yeah, a little bit. Just kind of looking to get some natural reverb off the room, kind of fill the room. Just
Yeah.
give it a nice full sound, nice sound for people to hear.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Gage and I are also, we forgot to mention, we're part of the jazz band too, so that's always a big one. That one's always super, super fun.
And how many rehearsals does it take to get to holiday notes? Because you guys are going to be doing a lot of different things here.
Yeah, it's rehearsing a lot. Our deadline today actually was have all our songs memorized and stuff. We usually rehearse several times a week, so up until then.
All right. And the reward is the applause, right?
Yep. The reward's being able to do it. It's really fun, so.
Rachel, you wanted to give some details here?
I do. So the Holiday Notes dinner concert is December 20th at 6:30 p.m., and tickets are $30 each, and they're available at the Chamber of Commerce. So if somebody's interested, they could stop in there and get their name on the list and purchase their tickets. And it should be a good night, catered meal, fun night out. We're going to have around 30 different performances.
Wow.
There'll be solos, duets, ensembles, group performances. So about 30 altogether. So it should be a good night.
Should be. Probably 90-minute show, something like that, you suppose, or a couple-hour show with that many?
Probably a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, in years past, it's been a couple hours. You know, we take a good intermission in the middle to give the musicians a break, let everybody, you know, kind of calm down, get ready. Gives parents and grandparents, you know, a little bit of time to, you know, actually eat their food, because a lot of the times those parents and grandparents are more focused on watching the kids. So it's normally a couple-hour thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And this will be at the One Box.
The One Box Convention Center, yes.
Okay, all right.
And it's put on by the music department, of course, and the Broken Bow Music Boosters, where they're helping these kids to fundraise. I don't know that people know a lot about what the Music Boosters do, but we're a nonprofit organization that exists to help assist the Broken Bow band and choir programs in various ways throughout the year. Our intent is to enhance successful and meaningful outcomes and experiences for students in the Broken Bow music programs. And we help the teachers in just a variety of ways that they need. Help them raise any kind of money that they might need for things that aren't included in their normal budget. Like in the few years ago, we helped with the band uniforms.
Remember that? Yeah. Well, the booster clubs are so important for all the different departments, but I think it's really important to. I know Brent feels the same way, because he enjoyed this part of school, or the music and arts part of it. It's a huge deal to be able to support these kids in these kind of endeavors, and not all schools can do that by themselves.
Right. So. And we did some research in looking at coming to talk to you guys, and in our last meeting, one of the things mentioned was, how long has Holiday Notes been going on? This is the 23rd Holiday Notes concert.
Gosh.
It was started in 1998 by Mr. Reichert, Mr. Bristol, and Mrs. Patch.
And that was at the municipal building, as I remember. Yeah.
Yep, that's what they told us. It started there, and the parents furnished and made all the food. And the younger kids served, which we still do that. The 8th graders usually serve. And they said by the second year, they served almost 400 people for dinner, and they had to turn people away.
Yeah.
So we're not quite that big now, but we still get a good crowd.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a nice facility, too, to be, not that the municipal building didn't work, but acoustically, I think this is a better spot for you guys, too, and the stage and everything's a little more down on the floor. And
right.
Yeah.
It works very well for our needs.
Good, good. All right. So, Gage, what are you up? Let's talk about this, this separation of bands. Go about your separate ways, and are you guys going to get back together again and play this summer, do you think, or do you know?
We really hope to, but we're not certain that it's going to happen this year, so.
Yeah.
Chad?
I mean, again, we're really, really hoping to. It's just a little bit difficult, whereas, our drummer and our singer are currently off at college. So we don't know what their plans are for this summer. And then Gage and I are graduating, and so I know we've got some big things planned this summer. So we're definitely going to try to, because that was one of the most fun experiences we've ever had.
Yes.
But
I was like, that was the most fun summer that I've ever had. So.
Well, you know what, guys? I think it might be the most fun your parents have had, too.
It was. It was a fun time following them around.
Yeah, a lot of support when you played. I thought it was fantastic. There's not a lot of what we call garage bands around anymore, so to have young people get together and do a rock show is pretty awesome. So we sure enjoyed, kind of following you through it too. And the shirt was wonderful, by the way.
Thank you. And that was kind of our consensus too. We love that, and we just, we can't stay away from it. Music is such a huge part of Gage and I's lives, and I know all the guys in the band. So for Holiday Notes, we were like, let's get together and play a song. We won't get to do a full 2-hour show for you guys, but we'll do one song and do our best. And so it'll be really fun. It's always so much fun to perform for people. That's one of my favorite things, is seeing the music that we play make other people happy. So
Yeah, that's the real payoff when it comes to being in a band or in a choir or jazz band, watching the people smile and enjoy it. I mean, that's the big part of it. Brent, do you have any questions?
I'm guessing there will be a lot of good variety as far as the music. I mean, you guys kind of talked about the band, the jazz band, but I'm guessing a mixture of traditional and different varieties as far as tempo, too, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, just thinking in years past, we've had, all the way from Elvis to opera. I mean, we're going to see a lot here. You see a lot of traditional stuff, some slower stuff, and then, we're going to kind of kick it up a little bit and give you a little bit of a faster tempo. So, yeah, you'll see a lot of variety of music, a lot of good music, so...
I brought these guys with me today because Chad is the president of their local Tri-M chapter and Gage is vice president. Okay. And so people attending will see their smiling faces because the Tri-M kids are the ones that help get them to their tables and seat them when they check in at the front table. So everybody will get to see these smiling faces there.
Good.
Well, that's great. And, that's part of I think the popularity of this event is having the students themselves be a part of the serving the food and welcoming the people and getting them set down and making sure they're comfortable and then having the music to enjoy with their meal. It's a great combination.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when I was in school, we always had the Christmas program where the band would play. Do you guys still does this take the place of kind of the Christmas program? Do you guys still do that?
No, we still do that.
Okay.
Our winter program, I guess, is actually December 14th. So just about a week before, 6 days before, because Holiday Notes is the 20th.
All right.
And
I will point out, one of the differences, though, is their winter program, you will see all of the band, all of the choir. For Holiday Notes, it's the kids who volunteer. These kids, it's not everyone. It's just the kids who have volunteered to work up these extra pieces to do for the Holiday Notes.
Well, with all of the variety that you have, it's obvious that the kids love doing this because obviously you've had a lot of volunteers for this.
Yes, they look forward to it every year.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. As a kid in choir and band and Tri-M, it's really cool to have Holiday Notes where you can just go and kind of show off and just show everything that you've learned. So.
Yeah. What one piece of what you've learned really, because the Christmas theme is it kind of compacts it a little bit as far as like what Chad was talking about. You can't come out and do Led Zeppelin. I guess you could do it a Christmas song Led Zeppelin style, but it does show how, I guess maybe how you can be. How do I want to put it? Not to diminish being artful and playing anything you want, but how you can be disciplined to do particular kinds of music in that show. It's probably a good lesson for everybody, right?
Yeah, and it's great because as president of Tri-M and vice president of Tri-M here, like the main message of Tri-M, it stands for Modern Music Masters, and the main goal is to inspire musical creativity and scholarship and leadership, and you see a lot of that here at Holiday Notes. Most schools don't have a concert like this, and so it is really fun because this does inspire a lot of kids to, push themselves. I know we have an all-sophomore brass ensemble that some of them were kind of, nervous to do it, but they're stepping out of their shell a little bit, so as Tri-M president, it's great to see that this concert does inspire people to go outside of their comfort zone and play music that they normally wouldn't play and, maybe play by themselves and do a solo. So that's really awesome to see.
You bet.
As well as put in the hard work, because these kids, yes, they practice at school, but they also have to practice a lot at home for these because they are getting ready for their winter program. So a lot of the practice, too, has to happen behind the scenes at home.
Yeah, plus go to your regular classes and keep the grades up and all of that sort of thing. Gage, what are your plans? I know we're about halfway through your senior year. What are you thinking about after you graduate?
Well, after I graduate, I'm planning to go to School of Mines in South Dakota to be a mechanical engineer and all that. This year's going by really slow.
Slow?
Yeah, really slow. So, yeah. I'll probably do a lot of band things in college, too, because that's super important to me. So,
All right. Chad?
I plan to go to Wayne State College to major in criminal justice with a minor in pre-law, and I have already committed to the marching band and pep band up there. So,
fantastic. And Mom, would you go into some sort of a tailspin during graduation time?
Oh, probably. Gage said this year's going slow. I don't think so. I think it's fast. Chad said something about college the other day, and I was like, we're not even halfway through your senior year. And then I'm like, oh, we're almost halfway through your senior year. So, yeah, it's going fast.
Yeah. All right, so run down a little of the details again, if you would,
Okay.
Rachel.
Holiday Notes Dinner Concert will be Monday, December 20th at 6:30 p.m. at the One Box Convention Center. Tickets are $30 each, and they're available at the Broken Bow Chamber.
All right. Thanks for coming in, guys. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having us.
You bet. Take it in. And then, of course, you mentioned this is on the 20th, and then you have the full program in the school on the 14th. Is that right?
Tuesday the 14th. Yep.
Of course, that everyone's welcome to that as well.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a time out, catch up on some news, and continue with the show here on this Monday.
Ansley Lumber and Supply would like to thank their amazing customers for their business during this past year. They loved helping you with your projects inside and outside of your home, and they look forward to doing the same in 2022. Shop with them this holiday season. They have tools, muck boots, DeWalt tools, and more. From stocking stuffers to everything you need to build an entire home. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Are prairie dogs wreaking havoc in your pastures? Then get rid of them with Rosol from Aeroseed. Rosol is a restricted-use pesticide approved for use on prairie dogs by licensed pesticide applicators between October 1st and March 15th. Rosol is an easy-to-use bait that provides excellent acceptance, has superior weatherability, and proven reliability. To learn more about Rosol, call or stop by Aeroseed in Broken Bow today and purchase Rosol by December 31st to get rebates of $6.25 per pail.
The landscape of last year left a lot of people deconditioned. Are you or your loved one struggling with strength, balance, or pain? This can lead to falls, weakness, and overall decreased quality of life. At Team Physical Therapy 872-5111, we're dedicated to taking all the steps necessary to ensure you and your loved ones are getting exceptional care in a clean and safe environment. We are available to you in one of our 5 locations: your home, independent living facility, or assisted living facility. Call us today at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio calls it a preemptive strike. He tells NBC
all private sector employers in New York City will be covered by this vaccine mandate as of December 27th.
De Blasio says the time is right for the precedent-setting move.
We've got Omicron as a new factor. We've got the colder weather, which is going to really create additional challenges with the Delta variant. We've got holiday gatherings.
He's extending the vaccine mandate at restaurants for diners as young as 5. 2 vaccinations will now be required for adults. The Omicron variant has spread to at least 17 states. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
It will take a while for us to know the true extent. It is probably in most parts of the United States at the present time spreading, and what we're going to see is over the next couple of weeks, it will peak probably beginning of January to mid-January.
New restrictions take effect today on travelers coming into the U.S. from abroad. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Alabama is number 1 in the college football playoff rankings, followed by Michigan at number 2, Georgia and Cincinnati rounding out the top 4. On the outside looking in are Notre Dame at 5, Ohio State at 6. So the 2 national semifinals will feature Alabama facing Cincinnati in the Cotton Bowl. Michigan takes on Georgia in the Orange Bowl. In other college football news, Oklahoma has hired Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables as its next head coach. In Sunday night NFL action, the Chiefs won their 5th straight game. They beat the Broncos 22-9. The Chiefs improved to 8-4 on the season. Cardinals are now 10-2 and 7-0 on the road. They beat Chicago 33-22. Kyler Murray, back from injury, led Arizona with 4 touchdowns, 2 passing and 2 rushing. Cardinals sit in the number 1 seed in the NFC playoff picture.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for partly sunny skies, high temperatures working up into the lower 30s. We'll have our winds becoming lighter from the northwest. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 19. For your Tuesday, sunshine making a return. We're back up to a high of 42. And then much milder Wednesday in the mid-50s. Thursday, still sunny and dry, up to 52. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, is having an open house, and they want to see you there. Join them in the shop on West Highway 2 Broken Bow on Tuesday, December 7th. From noon until 2, the day is all about fun, a warm soup lunch, savings, and prizes. Here are some of the open house specials. 43 RPM center drives for $495, originally $615.57. Zematic style gearboxes on sale for $410 from $513.90. Valley style gearboxes for $455 on sale from $569.71. SR100 end guns on sale for $940 from $1,171.70. Also ask about current specials on driveline conversions and sprinkler packages. Plus enjoy 15% off all other parts on December 7th only. Your friends at Custer Electric and Irrigation would love to see you Tuesday, December 7th from noon until 2. The soup will be warm, the prize drawings will be awesome, and the savings will make your wallet happy. Tuesday, December 7th, an open house at Custer Electric and Irrigation, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
11 degrees. Jefferson Starship, I believe that's Marty Balin on vocals. Runaway. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Brent, we were just with the boosters for music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, students, and then, of course, Mom, who is a booster. It's all about supporting the kids in their ventures and their athletics and their projects and their studies. And Selma Myrna's getting ready to have a little booster going party here, right?
Yeah, the Anselmo Myrna Booster Club is going to help sponsor the Fall Sports Awards banquet for Anselmo Myrna tonight. They're going to hold that at the Broken Bow Golf and Country Club. Beginning at 7 o'clock tonight, they'll start serving some burgers and fries, which you can purchase for $5. And then at around 7:30, they'll hand out awards to the fall sports teams. And then after that, hang around and celebrate what was a great fall sports season for Anselmo Myrna. That is open to the public, so we throw that information out to you. That'll be tonight. Again, starting at around 7 o'clock, they'll be serving burgers and fries for $5 and then handing out some awards for the accomplishments of their fall sports teams. And that'll all be going on tonight at the Broken Bow Golf and Country Club.
All right, have a good time, support the kids, and raise a little celebration.
Yeah.
This came in from Peggy Ziegler on the chat box this morning. I'm not sure what it means.
Oh, okay.
N, just the letter.
All right.
BE.M. Is that a code?
No idea. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Oh.
N, capital N, lowercase be, dot, capital M.
Oh.
I don't know. Could be a code.
Yeah, don't know. Are you okay? Are you itching or what? You're like scratching your arms and everything else.
You get down to in single digits or temperatures that are colder, and then all of a sudden you start itching. You got to start using more lotion.
Well, yeah, okay.
Your hair looks nice today.
I thought maybe you picked up something from your cat or something.
Oh, no, it's lucky that one cat's still alive because my neighbor didn't come over and take his temperature.
Now, wait a minute. I checked on it, though, I told you. Looked like it was fine.
Yeah, with binoculars.
Okay,
I'm not
maybe
buying
I did
it.
just kind of look across the street. I saw a cat across the street. I assumed it was the one you were talking about. It looked okay, so I figured, I'm not going to go over there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
You can enter to win Christmas bucks through the Chamber of Commerce, whether you've taken care of ill cats or not. It's a chance to win up to $100, a minimum of $20 with purchases that you make. Fill out a ticket with your name, phone number, and the amount of purchase, and the winners will be announced on the Public Affairs program here on KCNI, and that would be on Friday the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th, and you'll find out that you are a winner by listening to the Public Affairs show. And Stephanie will make those announcements on those dates.
Since you went down this road, would you like me to announce the businesses who are participating?
That would be fantastic.
Okay, here they are. Runza, Dairy Queen, Fox Theater, Clips and Curls, Lions Appliance, Gary Superfoods, Triple Blessed Boutique, Ortello Dale, Bow Bootery, Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, Geared for Sports, Bow Family Furniture, The Bonfire, Evans Feed, Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio, Lily Kate Boutique, Varney Health Mart, and Sandhills Custom Creations.
I got this song in my head.
What song's that?
Underdog.
Yeah, you have been just out of the blue. I'll be honest, you scared me. Just out of the blue, you start singing the theme song to Underdog.
Yeah. Speed of lightning, of thunder, Underdog. Would you ask the Ruski to play that? You think?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just want to hear the theme. You think the Ruski will do that?
I don't know.
It's a guy, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'll see if it's awake, I guess.
Yeah.
Alexa, good morning.
A very wonderful morning to you.
Oh, he's so creepy.
I think he's polite.
He's creepy.
He's nice. Before I ask for the song, I want to do this.
Okay.
Alexa, tell us a joke.
Why did the barf and the booger fall in love?
I
It's
don't know.
what's on the inside. That counts.
What?
Ask Alexa for a joke, and you get a joke about barf and booger.
That is terrible.
Oh, I'm so glad our show is unscripted. I really am.
Definitely not a script
Oh,
there.
boy. Alexa, play the Underdog theme.
Underdog theme by Randy Waldman from Spotify.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I think this is it.
With Delaro Complete, you get results you can count on to help keep your precision operation running smoothly. Always read and follow label instructions. To learn more, visit delarocomplete.us today.
Listen up, team. This preseason, we're not going to let pigweed dominate our fields. I want to see you attack them with a foundational pre-emergent like Zidua Pro herbicide that lasts up to 2 weeks longer than many competitive products. We're going to step it up with that simple all-in-one jug solution for burn down with residual and leave that field cleaner longer. Now go win this preseason. Upgrade to a residual herbicide from BASF on 3. 1, 2, 3. Upgrade! Always read and follow label directions.
Just go to the employment page.
Farmers know that if you give corn rootworm an inch, they'll take acres. That's why when it comes to defending your corn from these yield robbers, there's no room for compromise. SmartStack's technology offers protection that's been proven on over 150 million acres. See why it's the trait farmers trust at traits.bayer.com/smartstacks. Always read and follow IRM, grain marketing, and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions. Performance may vary.
Choose the proven performance of the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, featuring high-yielding Extend Flex soybeans and the exceptional weed control of XtendiMax herbicide with Vapor Grip technology. Elite genetics, triple herbicide tolerance, flexibility that delivers results, backed by 25 years of innovation. That's the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, the system of choice. XtendiMax is a restricted-use pesticide. Always follow stewardship practices, all pesticide label directions, and check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state.
It's 9:31. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. A big thank you to Keith Ellis coming out this morning to talk about activities through the Custer County Economic Development Corporation. And, of course, a big thank you to Gage and Chad and Rochelle for coming out to promote the Holiday Notes program through the Broken Bow Schools, which is coming up on this Thursday, December 12th. This Thursday from 5 until 7. Later on, they'll have where am I at here?
I don't know. Are you talking Holiday Notes?
Yeah.
Holiday Notes is December 20th.
20th?
Yep.
I've got the 12th written. I'm sorry. I'm reading the Rotary's dates.
Okay.
Let me back up and start again here. I apologize. Broken Bow Schools having their Holiday Notes on December 20th. And then they're also having a program at the school, which is free of charge, earlier than that. And then also we did want to thank Jess McCaslin with the Rotary to come out and tell us about the Children's Gift Program coming up on December 12th.
Yeah, the Holiday Notes Dinner Concert will be the 20th, 6:30 p.m. showtime, One Box Convention Center. And a reminder, you can get your tickets now at the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. They are $30 each.
All right. Thank you so much. So, good guess, good show. We will conclude. I think we got it working.
Okay, all right.
There's no need to fear.
There we go.
Underdog is here.